Well, there we are. The court rises for one of the breaks that we've become accustomed to during the course of the reading of this judgment. But just to recap on what we've been hearing, one of the witnesses in one of the lesser firearms charges, Darren Fresco, has been granted immunity from prosecution for giving evidence against Oscar Pistorius. That was just a sideline issue that the court was dealing with. But the main issue we've heard in the last few minutes, Judge Masipa saying that she finds Oscar Pistorius guilty of the culpable homicide, the manslaughter of Reeva Steenkamp, and also guilty on one of the three lesser firearms charges that he had been accused of. So the news that we had been expecting, given what she had said and come close to saying yesterday at the end of court proceedings, came very close to saying a little earlier this morning, but then within a few minutes had dealt with the issue once again, asking Oscar Pistorius to rise as he was told that he was guilty of the culpable homicide of Reeva Steenkamp. And watching all the proceedings with me, William Booth, a South African lawyer here. William, it isn't a shock, given what we heard yesterday, that Judge Masipa has now said Oscar Pistorius is guilty of culpable homicide.
No, not at all. I think that's pretty much what she said yesterday. She summarised again this morning, and it was interesting that she actually went into a bit more detail, particularly on the issue of the non-premeditated murder charge, the dolus eventualis situation, and referred to case law and authority. So that was interesting. I would have thought she would have dealt with that yesterday because she acquitted him yesterday of the charge. Now she summarizes and then goes into a bit more detail. But, you know, it's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that's a misdirection, as it were. And then, you know, that's what we expected. On the other charges, you know, all along there were problems with these witnesses. You know, Fresco was a poor witness, but she's now found that he's got indemnity on the firearm charges, although she didn't really believe him and the others on the shooting incident out of the motor car. I don't think she even believed Oscar Pistorius on that charge. And then on the charge of the shooting in the Tasha's restaurant, she has found him guilty of the negligent use of the firearm. I see the court's now adjourned, and I see counsel for Pistorius has indicated he wants to see the judge in chambers. You know, was going to chat about possible dates. So maybe they're going to postpone the case for sentencing.
Right. Okay. And that would be normal practice.
Yes, that's what normally would take place.
It wouldn't happen the same day or within a few days necessarily.
I would be surprised if it happened today or in a week or so, but you know, we don't know.
Okay.
The case has been full of surprises.
Certainly has. William, for a moment, thank you very much. And let's just remind you of the moment when Judge Masipa finally came to the crux of this whole 6-month trial, the moment that she declared Oscar Pistorius guilty of culpable homicide.